What is going on, guys? It's your boy XQ420. Welcome y'all back. Another episode Beyond the Cube. Doubling up this week, tripling up this week. We did a Showtime with the Cube as well. Corey, the powerful one,
Yes.
as always with me. Are you doing well tonight?
Yes.
That's what we got for our audience.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're always starting off on a bad foot, okay?
We all good. We good.
It's just a slight.
It's cold here, man. I'm a little cold.
Is okay, Denver. So it's we're September. So it's snowing, right?
No, it
Snowing
ain't.
shortly.
No, it's not. Maybe another month. But like, I know that it should be really warm. All that heat from Denver, from all them migrants cooking up cats and shit. But
Yeah. Is that Denver? That's Ohio, right?
that's in
And in
Ohio. But
Ohio,
I'm sure it's happening in Denver too. Them motherfuckers. So,
that's the main thing. It's like our Haitian migrants really eating Springfield's pet dogs and cats. I mean, that's what we really want to know. Actually.
so let me. This is an excellent opportunity for me to explain something here. Okay, so what you have is a unquestionably, I don't know what word to use to describe this thing. It is an unquestionably active and legitimate propaganda campaign that is occurring in regards to these migrants. Okay, this is like where I love the study of propaganda, right? Because propaganda doesn't have to be untrue. It doesn't have to be false. It can be true, right? And are migrants going around eating cats? Who the fuck knows? It doesn't even fucking matter. All that matters is that it has a kernel of truth, right? It just has to have one little itty bitty tiny little bit of truth, and they can go put it on flags and t-shirts and go run with it like it's the fucking, just the law of the universe that migrants eat cats, right? That's just how it goes. And I would say to the people who did this, like, I don't know if this was a coordinated effort, but it seemingly the meme world is not a coordinated thing. It's a decentralized fucking, outlet of expression. So that's what really has happened. So is it propaganda? 100%. But is it true propaganda? It might be. It very well might be, right? So, yes, I thought that was a really fascinating thing that's arisen. There's like people made songs about it, and there's memes, and there's comedy skits, and like this shit. It's amazing how fast shit pops up in the pop culture world and gets a life of its own.
Right. Now, I mean, here's the thing, though. It's like, of course, here in the West, okay, we see, cats and dogs as pets and not delicacies, not something to be eaten. All right. But there are places in the world where they get down like that, aren't they?
Yes, but
Are there
here's the
places in
thing,
the world where
like,
that happens? Yeah. Let me know about it.
100%. But here's the deal, like, when you look at countries that, when you look at countries that eat that kind of shit, and eat things like, fucking ducks out of the river and fucking little groundhogs, and then you eat like tarantulas and scorpions and just weird shit and like fucking yak intestine, like this all stems from poverty, right? These fucking whack food sources stem from poverty because motherfuckers will eat whatever they can get their hands on. And so these things become street food delicacies in places around the world, And so that's what's happening. Okay. We're seeing the very effects of poverty on the chain in real time in America, right? But I'm a firm advocate that you should not be allowed to go to the park and kill the ducks there and eat them.
Yeah, but what if they got a good taste? Hey, well, matter of fact, can Google tell me what duck tastes like?
You don't want to be asking Google nothing, man. You want to be asking Google nothing.
Geese. Yeah, what does geese taste like? Okay, so they have goose meat is rich, flavorful, and has a gamey taste that's similar to duck. Okay?
Oh, ask them what house cat tastes like.
Oh, well, hold on. Let me bring this up on the screen because some people might just think I'm out here bullshitting. They're like, Q can come up with nonsense. No, this is Google AI. When did they put Google AI up here? Like every time you ask a question, it's Google AI now. Does somebody know when that happened? Was that? It had to be this past week. Let's Google it. So here we go, right here. Okay. Some say it tastes like a rich, rare roast beef, while others compare it to deer roast. All right. So that's what we got. So I mean, it says it's a little gamey. Okay. It said it's richer in nutrients than chicken. So I mean, hey, goose is traditionally an alternative to turkey at Christmas. Where at? Do we know where that is?
Well, you hear in the old timey lore stuff about Christmas goose and stuff, but like I always thought that was just another word for like the turkey.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you hear about Christmas goose?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Christmas goose is a thing. And don't even go down that path and investigate because I do not want to be Mandela affected on this motherfucker. Okay. I'm happy with my Christmas
Oh,
goose
but yeah.
story from growing up. All right. Next thing you know, they're going to change how you
Oh,
spelled Santa Claus or something, or it's not going to be
okay.
Santa Claus or it's going to be fucking something else.
Okay, so let's see what does cat taste like. Oh boy, boy, boy. Okay.
Wait a minute. What? Cats experience taste. Oh, they're not going to give us a good answer. Cats experience taste differently than humans because of a genetic mutation that prevents them from producing the proteins that form sweet taste receptors. What? How do they know?
Yeah, yeah, but that's not telling me what that tastes like. You see, you got to be careful. You can't click on Reddit because you click on Reddit, it have like some poontang up there or something. all my stuff be stricken from the books. You know what I'm
Click
saying?
show more.
So
Click show more.
okay.
No, there's nothing. Nothing. Generative AI is experimental. You don't fucking say.
Oh, I said okay. While pet food isn't toxic to humans, it's not ideal for long term consumption. Well, no shit. I mean, we appreciate you. So Google won't tell us what cat tastes like. All right. But I've got this clip right here, Corey.
That's not very inclusive of
Uh,
Google.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Actually, where is
What if an angry Haitian migrant wanted to look up some cat recipes and you're not including them? Like, you fucking bunch of racists.
Okay. Oh, okay. Let's bring this back up because I want to see where they eat cats and dogs at. Okay. Okay, so they didn't say it's about cat, but the dog meat trade is most widespread in China, South Korea, the Philippines, Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, Indonesia, Nagaland, in North India. So Ling Lings,
Ling
China
Lings.
folk.
Them
Yeah,
goddamn
China folk.
them motherfucking China folk. China. Motherfucking China.
Yeah. Oh, yellow bellies. You know what I'm saying? They be is that out of line? Let your boy know I'm trying to figure it out. They like to get down with the dog. Okay, dog meat trade. I swear I seen a
Yeah,
video where they were.
you should be able to use racial slurs against anybody who eats a fucking dog. There should be exclusions to racial slurs. I'm telling you, man, there needs to be like exemptions and times it's
Oh,
okay.
well, we got this.
Like
Well,
you
the BBC,
goddamn
BBC
dog
says
eating
so.
ling ling.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, there we got one right here. Is this the this is the dog right here? Is
I
this
ain't
dog? Yeah, sell cooked dog meat at a market. They still walk around in the dirt and shit and buy damn food off the street. Um, that shit's actually crazy. When you see
I
places
bet
like
you they're
this,
healthier than
and there's
us
like,
though.
yeah, you see places like this, and they got like a billion people. That lets you know that we're just like, I don't know, we're scaredy cats over here in the United States. I ain't gonna lie to you, because these people like live in like filthy conditions. They still reproducing, and like their kids are growing up and everything.
And their kids will
Uh,
kick your
and here,
kid's ass. You ever
yeah,
seen them fucking videos of them kids doing karate at age like 3? It's like, what the fuck?
yeah,
They're
yeah,
training
it's
warriors
serious.
over there. At any time, they got a billion soldiers at their disposal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's serious
We're so
business.
fucked. That's why we want to be fucking with China shit. That's
Yeah,
fucking
but
hilarious.
over here, we're scared to death. We got a damn 14-year-old damn boys and booster seats and all kind of shit. Damn, don't give him the baby Tylenol. I said, ma'am, he's a grown man now. He's 21. Shit, I mean, it's like, come on now. So, hey, this is the play. Damn, bro, this looks bad right here. They ain't even let the dog get old. Man, let the dog at least have 2 years in it. Those are 14 years. Here we
Well,
go. Oh
we eat
Lord, is
we
this
eat
this is dog meat?
we eat veal in
Uh,
America. That's some babies.
yeah, this is true. Okay. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. They say the figures are difficult to obtain. China is believed to be responsible for the majority of the global cases of cat and dog slaughter. Okay, well there it is, bud. Each year, around 4 million cats and 10 million dogs are believed to be slaughtered in the country.
Yeah, that
Damn,
picture's
bud.
grossing me out.
Yeah, that's dog meat right there.
Blech.
Almost. Yeah, it looks a little rough right there. Vietnam.
Oh.
But yeah, we talking talking about the lands down under. Hey, I've got something right here from Sky News. Um, I think they were out there interviewing some people, seeing if this was the case. I seen some people in Springfield, Ohio. They were making a little bit of noise about this. But I mean, at any point in time, somebody's probably did this. You probably, if you've been to like a Chinese restaurant, you may have partaken in dog or cat. I'm just letting you know. So we gotta see if this is debunked. So this is what we want to know. This is recent, right? 17 hours ago. So this is the most recent. Sky News usually brings you the real. So let's see what we got for Sky News.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
It was
That's the meme that's going around, isn't it? I think folks have got to dance to it now. They got to maybe I need to find the cat and dog meme.
So there's a fucking
TikTok.
there's a video going around that I honestly don't know if it's real or not. It's fucking Eric Swalwell, that fucking Chinese spy fucking dude in Congress. Eric Swalwell, you know what I'm talking about?
Is that the black guy?
No, he's a white guy. But there's a video.
Somebody else.
There's a video of him like showing the Donald Trump with save the kittens and the ducks meme, and he's like, what the hell is this? And he's like having a freak out over it. And I can't tell if it's fucking real or not, because we live in that age where you never know what's real.
Yeah, well, you can't tell if anything's real, but you just like I just have to look at stuff, and I'm just like, oh, that seemed outlandish, and I'm like, oh no, that one was real. I said, oh shit,
bro, I'm convinced that picture of Trump protecting the fucking kittens and the ducks was real.
Oh, are you? I'm totally convinced. Here we go. Let's see what this Sky News got.
an extraordinary claim. So what is really going on in Springfield, Ohio? What do you think about it? Have you heard about it?
I've heard about it, but I haven't seen anything really.
Yeah. And you're not worried about your dog?
No.
Well, then, I don't think that's something that you just gonna go outside and they're gonna be having a ritual where they damn slaying your dog.
I did see I did see an article about Haitians doing their voodoo religion, because the Haitians got that voodoo. They got that shit.
They got the voodoo, the dolls. Isn't that what they do? Well, they poke you with pins.
You gotta Google it. Google the Haitian voodoo shit.
Hold on, guys. Haitian voodoo shit. Look, because I got to make sure it's not on my screen just in case it pulls up something that's a little outlandish. Voodoo. Oh, here we go. Okay. Haitian voodoo. All right, so let's hey, seeing how Google's got AI now, we're just gonna see what they tell us. Now, it doesn't have to be actually true, but it's just something. All right. Let's see. Let's see if they got something good.
Oh, rituals. Haitian voodoo rituals include drumming, singing, and dancing. No, get to the killing part. Oh, this is the fucking. This is the whitewashed version.
Yeah, hold on. Haitian voodoo.
Why do they spell it all weird? Are they fucking Mandela affecting us again with voodoo?
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's the well, you see right here, what's that? The Latin D and die. Hold on a second. Maybe that's the way it used to be spelled. And then we changed it.
Stop rewriting history, you motherfucking. I want to say it. You know who's rewriting history, these motherfuckers.
It's a Jewish folk.
I didn't say nothing about
Let's
it, you
see.
goddamn anti-Semite.
All right. Oh man, hold on. So they let's see. Most Ewa are associated with specific Roman Catholic saints. Huh. Okay. The Ewa, these are the spirits. What else they got up here? Soul and afterlife. That's a lot of stuff. We just want to see about the
Just the murder and the
Catholics
ducks.
killing.
The murder and the ducks and the kittens. You Googled the wrong
I
thing.
don't think it's
You gotta Google fucking you gotta Google Haitian sacrifice animals voodoo.
let me stop. Is that gonna work? Asian voodoo sacrifices. Oh, here we go. Animal sacrifices. Let me make sure I ain't pulling nothing up. Ah, here we go. This might be something. We might be on to something here. All right. Might be on to something here. Okay. This is it right here.
What are they in, like a fucking
Are
moat?
they
So they
sacrificing
sacrificing
animals or they don't?
they got sacrificing alligators or what?
No, it's got up here. Let's see. Animal sacrifice sometimes made an annual feast organized by an Ogan or a Manbu for the congregational. Animals that are often sacrificed include chicken, goats, bulls, and pigs. Ah, you see?
So you're not allowed to
They
eat the
stick.
sacrifice. That's the thing, man. You can't eat the sacrifice because that ain't
Oh, you
yours.
can't.
You know, dude. In the real shit, you can't eat the sacrifice because that's not yours. That's you just sacrifice that shit to the god. That's his. That's the
Oh,
god's.
yeah, that is right.
So you can't be eating no shit. So anytime anybody says, "Oh, we're gonna
What
do a
if I'm hungry
sacrifice,
though?
but then we're gonna fucking eat it," it's like, no. Who you bullshitting?
What
You
if I'm
mother.
hungry though?
Then you go to Burger King.
Oh, dude, I don't think they got Burger King. Do they have Burger King in Haiti? They probably do. Haiti Burger King.
Yo, I found that video. I want to play that shit. It's hilarious.
Hey, I know damn, this is from 2010. Burger King joins in the help for Haiti.
Hey,
So they sent some help down there. Probably
tell
sent a
me,
Whopper down there.
tell me if the sound's on with this. Okay, I'm pretty sure it
Okay.
is. It's automatic, right?
Yeah.
What in the hell is this? The chairman tweets, protect our ducks and kittens in Ohio because he goes down some crazy rabbit hole, completely debunked that aliens are eating pets. My God, are you okay, Mr. Chairman? Because last year, for a very long time, you tweeted and promoted Kanye West as he was calling for genocide against the Jews, and you kept it up. And now when we have victims coming here, you're tweeting this nonsense. I don't know why you would do this. I hope you're okay. I don't know if the aliens who are eating your ducks are in the room with us right now, but Mr. Chairman, this is a serious issue. These people have loved ones who have been lost. And you tweeted this.
Damn. There it is. Hey, we feel good about it though. Hey, can I not feel good about that?
That was great.
Hey, well, we'll see what Sky News, because they did the footwork for us, and we always want to give credit for the people who are able to do the groundwork. Sky News able to do that for us. Let's see what else they got.
Who's eating them? I have no idea.
Right, no.
But then a man who didn't want to be on camera with a hint of how these conspiracies are seeded.
I see nothing going on with the dogs and the cat, except what I've seen on TikTok with the
Because that guy's an expert.
yeah, arresting the lady for eating a cat.
Yeah, and she was from Ohio.
You know, I think she's from Haiti, wasn't she?
Why'd you kill the cat?
This is the video he's seen. Police footage of a woman.
But did you see what was scrolling across the bottom of there?
No,
Of the Sky News.
no,
I just read it. It was like, let me roll it back. Look at this. Government announces revenge porn will be upgraded to the most serious type of offense in law change next spring. I'm like, it's scrolling across the bottom. Are there people that's engaging in that?
I guess I don't know.
Is that real life?
I don't know. I don't think so.
They make it seem like
It
is,
ain't,
man.
it ain't an
It's getting
epidemic.
upgraded.
So that's one of the patterns that these people like to demonstrate is that they take something that happens once in a million fucking years and like they'll say it's the next big thing and you got to fucking change the laws and you got to be home by 9 p.m. in order to avoid it and all this shit.
That's your curfew.
Footage of a woman being arrested for allegedly killing and eating a cat. Yes, but she isn't a Haitian migrant. She is American. She was born here, and this isn't Springfield either.
Okay.
Across this town, we have not found anyone who has seen pet
Here's the thing.
immigrants. The
That
dogs
makes
feel
fantastic seed. That's a fantastic seed for propaganda, though, right? Like the current wave of that is like the perfect thing to twist to promote the story of it. And like I said, is it happening? I bet you goddamn right it is happening. We got 30 million unfucking documented people in this country, and you're going to tell me they're not eating cats and dogs? You're going to give me that with a statistical 100% fucking probability?
Right, you got a good
No.
point. You got a point.
Fuck right off. Of course they're eating dogs and cats, you dumb shits. Jesus Christ. It's just a mathematical equation, nothing more.
Yeah, that's true. This is true.
The cats are roaming loose. The instinct then may be to laugh at this Trumpian rhetoric. Indeed,
You ever tried to catch a
Haitians
cat?
of Springfield
Fuck.
can see the funny side too.
Yeah, cats got reflexes.
Bro,
Like-
I got a cat I feed every fucking day, and I get within 2 feet of him and he bolts unless he wants attention. You know what I mean? Like there ain't no catching that fucking cat.
Yeah. Have you seen like a cat versus a snake?
It's pretty the snake's usually fucking lost.
Yeah, because the cat's reflexes are quicker than the actual snakes. Like the minute it rears back like that, that cat's done slapped it in the back of the head about 3 times. I'm like, damn. That's why I say, man, damn some cats, man. Cats look at you, and what they're trying to do, they're trying to figure out how to eat you. Okay, they're
If
like,
they
you
were
better
like-
be glad you too big.
If they were the size
Okay.
of a tiger or a lion, they would fucking definitely eat you.
Yeah, they eat you. That's what I'm saying. That's what they're trying to figure out how to do.
The Haitian don't hitting the cat, the dog. No, it's
The Asian don't speak
no,
into
it's
English
not-
either.
It's not no cur-
You could have get somebody who English wasn't their eighth language. Come on, man.
Why is that guy got like what kind of headphones are those?
I don't know.
They say play on them.
Sound play. That's what it says. They some old cheapos, boy.
Okay, so-
that's like some damn.
Oh, I was gonna assume that those are like some $300 migrant headphones. And look at that hat with all the spikes. That's definitely a $50, $60 fucking spiky hat. And look at that intricate design on that shirt. Easily $100 shirt. And that Gucci white t-shirt underneath, easily $25 to $50.
That shirt looks like it should be like a floor rug.
Bro, why is he
You know
dressed
what I'm
better than
saying?
me?
It looked like-
Why is this motherfucker living at a shelter dressed better than me? Look at this. I got a hand-me-down motherfucking hoodie and a 2-year-old fish hat. Fuck.
Hey, you gonna have to step your game up, Corey. That's all I know. These boys, I mean, they dress into impress.
culture to hitting that.
Montes, Lewis.
But within this cat and dog story, there are some actual truths because there are huge challenges here over immigration.
This is your passport and your paperwork.
Video is one of 15,000 who have arrived here in this town from war-torn Haiti since 2000. The pressures on services and society are understandable. Casey Rollings runs the center.
How did you feel when you heard Donald Trump's words the other night?
I was physically ill. Still am. I can't.
Oh Lord, Bo. I mean, she said she was physically ill. It's probably because she need to lose some weight.
Yeah, so
I'm
how
gonna be
come,
straight up, man?
why do people not realize that words have meaning and that if they want to express an idea, they don't have to use words that don't mean what they say they want them to mean? You know what I mean? Like she's not ill. She didn't get ill. She
She's
might
not
be
still ill.
livid. She
Yeah.
might have been livid to the point where she physically felt it. She could say that at best,
Yeah,
right? But I got ill.
I feel like
no, you
she was
didn't.
the illest. You know what I'm saying? Like Rap Game. I'm the illest.
Right,
That's
right.
what they used to say back in the day.
I mean, shit. You got motherfuckers who see something that's super hilarious and they're like, "Oh my god, I'm dead." And it's like, no, you're not. You ain't dead, bitch. You're right there. You just typed that shit. But I get what you're saying. It's being extremely hyperbolic, right? I understand the extreme hyperbolic nature of it, but
Hey, but
not
you
with her.
see what
Justified
else
to
they
her.
got up here? Corey, I need to pay attention to Sky News more often. Look at what they got down here.
What is this?
Far right
Swastikas?
groups are using far right groups are using audio from Adolf Hitler's speeches on TikTok.
Uncle H, he's the best.
Far right, there it is, boy. Oh man, I seen a police officer today. He straight up had the German stash. He was like 6'3", and it was right there.
He didn't get the memo that was made illegal in 1945.
Dude, I seen him get out the car, and he was talking to a black woman. He didn't take her down or nothing either. He didn't club her over the head, guys. What do you know? Oh my God. There was a black woman. He didn't beat her to death. I mean, come on, man. Because that's what they make you think.
Here's the deal. Let me explain to all the women out there watching. They probably don't know this, all three of you. So, every single guy in the world has, at some point in time, shaved himself the Hitler mustache and went Sieg Heil in the mirror. 100% of men have done that. Okay, in case you weren't aware.
They said even the black men.
Even the black ones. And some of Adolf Hitler's biggest supporters were of color.
We know the ones who didn't. That's the Chinamen, because they can't grow their damn beards. All right, there's like 4 of them that can get a beard. All right. Oh man, this show might get a strike. I mean, we're getting deep. All right, let's get back to this ill woman.
Can't even react. I mean, I can't even.
You're reacting.
It's unfathomable to me.
Well, you're fathomabling it.
That's what happens when hysteria is spread, and
like what you're doing right now.
All kinds of fictional narratives, and it's
like what you're doing.
It's really, really doing harm to our
like what
world.
You're doing.
We looked at another view from another Springfield resident that has gone viral.
I feel like we have been invaded by some sort of pest.
Well, you've been invaded by monosodium glutamate. I'll tell you that much.
I'm angry that foreigners are using up the resources that were set up for the Americans that reside here.
No Twinkies for the foreigners.
Community, every culture has its myth and its folklore. I guess we're hearing it.
And so there it is, the anatomy of a conspiracy about cats and dogs in a country where there are so many different truths. Mark Stones.
Okay. Hey, Australia. Hey, butt out. Okay, they're not your cats and dogs. Fuck off.
Oh, we got a bunch of stuff debunking. They were just trying to debunk that thing.
Here's the deal: who even gives a fuck about if they're eating cats and dogs? It is some really good propaganda, and my hat's off to the authors, and that's about it. That's all I got to say.
I say let them do it. You know what I'm saying?
Let them eat the cats and dogs, or let them spread the propaganda, or both.
Yeah, I mean, it just. To say that it's not happening, as you said before,
is ridiculous.
It's like there's no way to do that.
Hey, aren't there videos
there's no way to verify it?
Aren't there videos on New York City streets of them turning the fucking rats over the hot fucking coals right on the street in New York? Didn't you see those videos?
Now, I could see them eating some rats.
Let me see if we
I could see them eating rats. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Do you got that? Do you got that footage?
I'm looking.
Of them barbecuing some rats. It's pretty despicable. Now, rats are nasty. If you're telling me you eating rats, now you that's a bridge too far for me. When you out there eating rodents, they straight up eat shit all day. You know what I'm saying? It can't taste good either. I guess if you're starving to death, I guess you'd be okay.
All right.
You got something good for us?
I got it.
Okay. Is this suitable for TV?
I hope so.
Okay, here we go. Okay, right there.
Play it.
Mire, lo último que pude ver.
Oh no. Those are big ass rats, bud. Is that AI man?
No, I don't think so.
AI?
Mire,
They look like damn wolf rats. Look at that. Man, pause it right there. Look, I bud. Them rats look like the size of cats. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I wonder who got a hold of that. You think somebody jumped in on that? Jumped in on some rat action. You think she might be able to master Splinter up there on the damn pike? Think she might be able to sell? She might be able to get a sale on that. I'm
Where
just
the
trying to figure
goddamn
it
hell's
out,
code
Bo.
enforcement when you need them?
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Uh, we gonna leave the Haitians alone. Hey, Haiti, y'all all right? Every once in a while, just don't send no assholes over here, okay? We already got enough of them here. All
So,
right,
did
you
you?
keep the assholes to yourself.
So one big pop culture story that happened this week. I guess you call it culture because pop culture is a different thing than it was even 10 years ago. Now, YouTube and Rumble and these kind of platforms seem to be the core of pop culture as opposed to MTV and TMZ and places like that. Would you agree with that statement? You think I'm right on that one, or
Yeah, as
am
far
I
as
warm?
pop culture, well,
Because it
okay,
seems like
so
Mr. Beast is the king of pop culture and he's a YouTube star. You know what I mean? So you got a ton of YouTube people that have contributed to pop culture and what it is. And even the music people wouldn't be anywhere without video and YouTube and, flashy news on TMZ. And
everything pop wise is being pushed more towards your social media, as opposed TMZ. They can do more of the groundwork as far as like paparazzi stuff, following these people,
right.
getting the stories because they got connections where they can actually talk to people. But most of your lingo, your discussions about anything pop culture is happening amongst individual podcasters and
So
content creators.
in that context, I think the biggest story of like probably the fucking year is the fucking Nikocado avocado guy who, did you look into this?
Oh yeah, pull the okay, so from what I'm understanding, he recorded 2 years worth of videos while he was fat, and then he lost weight.
Can you
Am
bring
I
up a
correct
picture?
here?
Yeah, can you bring up a picture of him like a before and after? So here's the thing. I remember watching a YouTube video about this guy. It must have been 3 years ago. I think I might have been living in maybe Tallahassee at the time. But I remember seeing this video that was made by a YouTuber that was like one of these, oh, look how sad this story is of Nikocado avocado. And it showed, right, it was a 2-hour one, or it was really fucking in depth on this guy. So I became a somewhat expert on this guy's career in a very short time. And it was it was weird. Something about it. All of a sudden, this guy who's skinny, like he's fucking skinny. Like I'm talking 130 pounds tops, right? Fucking skinny. All of a sudden on his YouTube channel says, I'm just going to start eating all this fucking food. And for years, he just ate food after food. And he had these stupid videos that were like, look how much Taki I can eat. Your Takis are those fucking horrible goddamn, shit that comes in a bag. And like, and all these big noodle plates, and he had fucking these all big fat people come on, and they would all eat all this shit, and it was just like the grossest thing for years. And something never sat right with me. Something never sat right with me about this fucking guy, because who in their fucking right mind intentionally puts on 350 pounds?
Right.
Who does that to themselves and just eats like a disgusting fucking pig for like years on camera, right? And goes to the fucking doctor and has to wear the fucking CPAP mask. And who does this to themselves? So something about it never sat quite right with me. To me, it seemed like some kind of internet stunt that obviously I never thought it through, but obviously an internet stunt like this would have to logically come to an end one day. And that's what happened. It came to an end. And I think that his real video was it was creepy. For anybody who hasn't seen it, when we get done here, go watch it. It's worth watching. It got a bunch of millions of views in like the first like 10 minutes. I mean, it was unbelievable. But what this guy did was he recorded videos for the last 2 years while he was undergoing his weight loss. He peaked out at like 400 pounds or something like that. And then he must have doubled up his schedule for like 2 years to have 2 years worth of videos. You know what I mean? So he must have been planning this.
Yeah. And if I'm correct, the whole time he was losing weight, right?
He had to have been, but he didn't show it at all on camera. He kept showing him videos of him eating. But here's the thing. When you go back and you look at his release schedule, he didn't put out a whole lot of videos. He would end up doing, for the last 2 years, I'd say he was kind of dwindling to where if you go to his YouTube channel, you'll see he only put out one like 3 months ago, one like 6 months ago, one like 8 or 9 months ago. But this to me was like the conclusion. This was like a 4 or 5 year story arc that came to an end, and
yeah, because right here, this is where he says, today I woke up from a very long dream and also woke up having lost 250 pounds off my body. So I think he just kind of revealed it all of a sudden.
Yeah, he just did a reveal. And it's amazing because it didn't leak. Nobody knew. Nobody had any idea. And to some degree, he was a lot less relevant for the past year because the frequency of his videos wasn't that often. And but I think that his videos are going to be relevant once again. He's going to be making some hella cash.
Oh well, he was sitting there. I think he was trying to say he was doing it as a social experiment. Because he was like, oh, people were calling me fat, sick, boring, irrelevant, and all that stuff. He's like, people are the most messed up creatures on the entire planet.
But see how he looks there? That's how he looks now after he lost all the weight. But that's also exactly how he looked before he got started. I mean, he wasn't like a fat guy who started a channel. He was a fucking skinny guy who had a channel for a while and then just started to fucking do the mukbang nasty shit. So
2 years ago, he weighed 411 pounds, and now he's 158 pounds.
See, that's wild. Wow. I have I can't seem to get below like 205 or 200. I don't know how you do it. Like I've done everything from like fasting to fucking not eat sugar to you name it. I can't seem to get below that. That's like my cap for weight loss. So I don't know how fucking people do that. They go from being so big to like super skinny like that.
Well, a lot of
you would think that they would have
do the weight loss thing.
You would think that they would have
weight loss surgeries and stuff.
Right. You would think that he would have built on some muscle, particularly his legs, from carrying around all that weight for all that time. His muscles and his legs are probably really strong. I'm surprised that he didn't have built up any muscle mass in his arms or chest from carrying around that weight. He should.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, you get fit by getting fat. Yeah, that's the new weight loss thing. We're gonna get everyone fit by getting them fat.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work out for it. I mean, it just seems like a bad idea. Look, I tell people that like you need to start these habits early because when you get older, if you wasn't doing it early on when you were younger, man, you ain't gonna do it when you get older, man. It's just too late for you. And I know that sounds bad. People, it's never too late. I'm the type of person to tell you it's too late.
Some people have scares. They have like a heart attack or something, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm going to go to the gym 5 days a week." You get people like that.
I know. So. But then everything seems okay, and they let go of the rope. It's got to be a lifestyle. You've got to be in love with it. If you ain't in love with it, you know what I'm saying? If you're not feral about it.
But see, what you're saying is, here's ultimately what you're saying. What you're saying is that if you're not feral about it, then you deserve to be out of shape, unfit, and die, which is very bigotry. What?
You don't have to have a death. A death doesn't have to be involved in this. A death is going to be involved for everybody, whether you're fit or not. But I'm just letting you know. They're like, okay, so here's what I hear. There's people that tell me, oh, a New Year's resolution. It's like, oh, the New Year's coming up. I'm about to do this and do that. Man, you ain't about to do shit. Okay, what you about to do is the same stuff you've been doing. Just start it today. The hardest thing to do is to stay consistent. All right, that's the hardest thing to do. All right, because all it takes is something like convid, the disease that should not be named, comes up. Bo, everybody throw it right out the window. There's a lot of people who were exercising. That came around, didn't exercise, and just like, the hell with it. I'm not getting back into it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's the hardest thing to do. The hardest thing to do is to go to that gym and put yourself through rigorous activity and stress. You know what I'm saying? That's the hardest thing to do. Because it's uncomfortable. You're doing a lot of sweating. You look in there and there's other people who may have a leg up on you. Maybe they're able to lift more. They're able to run faster. So you've got that social stigma going on along with it as well. So it's something that's very difficult.
I think social stigma is a huge part of why people want to be in shape at all, right? Like literally, if nobody was in shape and nobody gave a fuck, like it would become part of the culture, and that's how it would be, right? So, like, no guys want to go to the gym because they want to look good because they want to look good for ladies, right? And that's vice versa. That's always seems to be the root of everything.
Men do everything for women,
right?
Unless you're gay.
But I think women do the same thing, and for even if they'll deny it.
They say they don't. They say they don't. Corey, look, I've seen so many videos. I've reviewed this stuff, man.
You're gonna go to the gym for your whole fucking life and sculpt an ass like that just so you can look at it in the mirror?
Yes.
I don't fucking think so. I don't think so. They want to get fucked like everybody else. I want to hear it.
It's not an ass. It's glutes.
Oh,
once you start, I've got a whole video on this.
I don't believe you.
The girl says the muscles.
I don't believe you.
It's a muscle.
Women are downright dirty when it comes down to it. Dirtier than men. Okay. They just wrap it differently. They just wrap it all up differently. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, if you walked up to 100 random women in the street and just asked them if they wanted to fuck, I bet you'd fuck like 15 or 20 of them. I'm fucking guarantee it.
Is that right? Well, speaking of dirty, I know that there's no way that you've missed the Shannon Sharp. It's not a sex tape, it's a sex audio. I know you ran across that.
Is this the one where he was like, he denied it and said it was hacked, and then like,
yeah.
Okay, yeah, let me sum this up, okay? Let me clear this up for people. Hackers don't put sounds of you getting fucked onto your fucking Instagram ever. That doesn't happen.
Well, hold on. Well, no, okay, so he said he accidentally got on Instagram, okay? That's what he said. So I was trying to see if I could accidentally get on Instagram. All right. So as far as go live. Now I've never went live on Instagram, so I don't know what all I have to do. But as y'all see right now, I have Instagram up, as you see right here, and I'm on live currently. All right. And so
You're just gonna let it sit there.
Button.
You're gonna let it sit there and see if it accidentally goes live. That's what you need to do. Just set it down and just see if it accidentally goes live.
Oh, well, no, but I think this middle button is the live button. I think that's what that is.
Are you saying this man went live on purpose?
There it is. There it is. No, he can accidentally do it. Oh, I'm now live. You see, guys, now I'm live on Instagram as well.
You went through like 10 steps to do that, though.
In fact, this isn't a bad idea. I could have my phone right here and be live on Instagram at the same time I'm doing this. I mean, so you see, now I'm live on Instagram, but you see, it was pretty simple as far as being live on Instagram, for the simple fact that if you were for some reason scrolling through and checking things, and then you accidentally, you went in there, it's like, oh, she's like, hey, come get on this thing. Oh, shit. Put your phone down, you hit that middle button, because that's what it looked like. Then, you could go live. Now, there's another thing on this as far as some people are saying that he's trying to beat the gay allegations, because there's been some allegations out there that say that he's homosexual.
Why?
In nature. I think it's because of a gentleman that he's been hanging around with quite a bit. He had that one outfit. Guys on Instagram, I'm not actually staying live. Maybe I'll do this another time, but appreciate it. Let's end that. Oh, let's not share that. That's terrible. Let's discard it. All right. But he also had that outfit that he wore, and folks was like, "Man, Shannon Sharp's gay." Let's see, gay outfit. I'm just gonna type that in on to bring it up. Oh, here we go.
Oh no, I'm not from up
Here we
north.
go, right here.
Not like in this lifetime.
Oh, okay. Oh, you seen that in the
I'm in
chat?
Colorado. Yeah.
Yeah, you can obviously tell I'm not from up north. Yeah, so he had this outfit on right here. And so he jumped out of the car. This was probably about 4 or 5 months ago.
All right, so
I
here,
believe.
let me clear this up. Let me clear this up for you. This
Uh-huh.
dude's gay as fuck with that fucking orange ass bag that he carrying.
So that's, I think this might be the guy. Yeah, I think this might be the guy that said that he's hanging around with. Yeah. So this was the allegations.
Was he
That my
fucking this
man was
dude?
a little,
Is that what got broadcast on
there's
Instagram?
like a little fruity. No. The chick's name was Michelle. You know what I'm saying? The chick's name was obviously Michelle. I've got some footage. I don't know if this shouldn't get me struck. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. And this is
fair use, bro. Fair use.
It's just letting you know. Oh no, we're not worried about that. It's just the fact that it's a little raunchy. So I mean, let me see. Okay, here we go. Yeah. I got a little bit of footage. Let's get the footage up here, okay? For the people out there.
The comments are always the best of when shit like this happens.
Yeah. Yeah, so his phone's thrown down. Oh, there it goes.
There you go, baby. That's my Michelle. That's my Michelle.
He could have said she like cut herself and he was like helping her put on a bandage or something. I would have semi-bought it. And it hurt. So she was moaning, oh my arm, put that band-aid on.
No, he said he's clapping them cheeks, man. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what went on for like 2 minutes. And then like I think one of his project managers was trying to call him and couldn't get up with him. And then somebody else who has access to his social media, because these famous people, they have people who post for them and stuff. They're not able to post. You wonder, like, damn, how does that person post all day? It's because they don't. Somebody posts for them. Unable to post damn 80 times a day. Shit. I mean, they got lives. So he went in there and actually turned off his IG live. And when he called him up, he's like, "Hey man, you were live." He's like, "What are you talking about?" Shannon Sharp was acting like he didn't even know how to go live. He's like, "What are you talking about? I was live." But they did a show the other day, and they were saying about how he wasn't hacked. How he was engaging and being a healthy male. All right, clapping them cheeks. You know what I'm saying? But we had a good moment right up here with Chad Johnson talking to Shannon Sharp. I want to show the people that because it's pretty good about what had happened. And I ain't gonna lie to you, he's kind of taking advantage of it. I think he got like a Viagra deal out of it, if I'm correct. I guess if you're gonna do that, we'll get a deal out of it, right? I mean, that's just all there is to it. So here we go. I got it up right here. Bam. Here we go.
Man, come on, man. Now, so what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna try to find out every Michelle that I've ever talked to, every Michelle in LA, in Atlanta, in this place. Really?
Honestly, I was thinking of all Michelles that it could possibly be.
I'm thinking Michelle Pfeiffer. You know, I'm thinking K. Michelle. I'm thinking I'm trying to think of other Michelles that I would know and think of that of somewhat of a high tier, top tier, high caliber type women that you would give an opportunity to bungee jump in like that and be able to say some of the things that you were saying. You know, is it?
What was I saying, Ocho? What was I saying? I ain't hear it.
You was like you gonna take this dick. Now I ain't
come
never,
on,
yeah,
Ocho!
I'm heard you talk like that. Huh? I ain't never heard you talk like that. Now,
Oh, that's funny.
It's come to say you gonna take this dick. Yeah, so that he had a whole like hour show, like they usually don't record. He did a special on that, and then they did a 2-hour special last night of people roasting him over it.
So how come people, when shit happens, why can't people just come out and like pretend it didn't happen? Like just go on with their life and just pretend like it never happened. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that wasn't me. I mean, I don't know what you talking about, but it definitely wasn't me.
You got my face on that shit? No, you don't.
Not doing that. But what do you think? You think it was pre-planned? Okay. You think it's a cover? Because as far as
here's the deal: when shit like this happens, it's usually because they're fucking stupid. Like I genuinely believe it's because they're stupid. Like they really are not really that got a grip on how to use their AOL email yet. You know what I mean? So, seriously, I just don't think. I just think he's just being retarded. Yeah, like they were probably drinking some wine, intoxicated. He was probably fucking around on Instagram because he was, just, when you get it on. It's 2024. You got to be looking at Instagram while you're trying to get something, right? So that's what he was probably doing. They started getting it on. He probably threw it down. He probably threw the phone down onto the fucking surface, brushed it with his thumb as it went by, and boom, it went fucking live, just because that's what fate dictated.
Like that, fate dictated that we go live tonight. Are you out here? Are you out here getting some cheeks from Michelle, my man, boy? They said, but people all over the internet, they're rolling with it, man. They were like, "Oh man, Shannon Sharp was putting in them deep strokes." Chad, he was funny. He was like, Unc, I see that your hips are good, but we got to work on your cardio, baby. You sound like you couldn't get no wind in. We didn't work on your cardio. Man said, "Now it was about a minute and a half." He said, "Oh no." He said, "I ain't give her no short. This was a full featured film." I was like, "Hold on a second, now let's stop playing, all right? ain't no need to mess around, okay? Anything past about 10 to 15 minutes, both. I mean, if they ain't there, man, it's just went on too long, okay? That's just all there is to it." I don't know about these folks in the back. Look, I've engaged in a few multiple times in a singular night, and let me tell you something about how your nutsack feels the next day. Not good. Okay, it's not good. It's not good for your ball sack. All right, that's just all there is to it. So for people out there, oh man, oh yeah, I'll be fucking for 2 hours. I'm like, you ain't got nothing else to do, dog. I mean, you done fucked the feeling right out of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, y'all both been numbed up, so nobody enjoyed this time. Okay, that's just all there is to it. I mean, I don't know what else to say. So yeah, Shannon Sharp. I don't know. There's been a bunch of people on both sides, and you know what's funny about this? Because he's got his own show. He's got Nightcap. He's got Club Shay Shay. Oh, dude. Oh, he had Marlon Wayans on Club Shay Shay right here recently. We talked about this a few weeks ago with Vlad. He asked Vlad for $40,000. I think your mic's muted. Is your mic muted?
No, can you hear me?
Okay, there we go. Yeah, but he had Marlon Wayans on, and I think he got like 5.5 million views, if I'm correct. The last time I looked at it, and make sure, which obviously made up for that $40,000
So what's the deal with the
Okay, so he's got a.
$40,000?
Oh well, you see, Vlad was saying that Marlon Wayans was not worth $40,000 because you remember Marlon had asked him for $40,000 to come on his show, to come on Vlad's show, Vlad TV.
Right.
So yeah, okay, yeah. So this was 9 days ago. He's gotten 5.9 million views so far. So he's made up for it as far as the 40K.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that he had asked for money. So he probably gave him the 40K. I guarantee you that was kind of a shot at Vlad. Because he's like, well, Marlon Wayans didn't get that kind of press. He'd get like 400,000 people. So I'm pretty sure that was a shot at him, like a ploy. So, but I don't know. Shannon Sharp's become like a big figure right here recently. He's become extremely popular.
And what subject matter is he covering?
Well, you see, he's a former football player.
Right. I know that.
For the Denver
Is he covering
Broncos.
sports?
Yeah, so that's what he did. So when he made his, so he got back on the scene when he was with Undisputed on FS1. Skip Bayless brought him on after Skip Bayless left ESPN to go to FS1, and him and Skip Bayless were up there for 5-6 years before Skip went out of his mind and Shannon Sharp left him, and now Skip's left FS1 because what he tried to put together wasn't good. But Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, the combination, but their show was great. I used to watch it all the time. They talked about sports, but now on his nightcap show, they'll talk about sports, and then they'll have like a separate thing where they just talk about random stuff. And then he's got his Club Shay Shay podcast where he'll bring different celebrities on, and they'll have like just an interview style thing. He'll just interview them. And then, of course, he also works for ESPN because he does First Take. Now, some people now hold on a second. Paul Pierce got fired from ESPN because he was filming at the strip club. It's like, and we got Shannon Sharp. I mean, he straight up, got a recording. Now you ain't see anything, but he got a recording of him getting down. So some folks were like, that's a little double standard. But life is full of double standards, okay?
Mm-hmm. So if he was banging some dude, that would have made it all okay, right? That would have made the whole thing a positive LGBTQ moment.
Well, well, I don't know.
Stunning
Chad
and brave is what it would have been. It would have been stunning and brave.
Been. I don't know. Chad Ochocinco said, "I'm glad it was Michelle and not Michael." He said he was glad about it, man. He said he was happy about it. I was like, okay, I got you there. But yeah, so that's catapulted him even further as far as fame. Dude, he's doing some crazy numbers. Usually when you see 5 million people watching something, that's usually reserved for like a Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson, or if we're talking about anything on YouTube, to more of like your fluff YouTubers that do shit for kids, like Mr. Beast and all that shit. Which they get way more views than that. They be getting 30, 40, 50 million, 100 million views. I'm just like, man, there's that many people watching this shit.
I know, right?
I'm trying to figure out how y'all watch it. I'm just like, it's got to be kids, man. There ain't no grown folk watching this. But YouTube will put your stuff up top if it's targeted towards kids. So they ain't really a whole lot you can do there. It just is what it is, and it's all good. But yeah, old Shay Shay out there knocking it down in the sheets. Okay, he came out and he admitted it. He took accountability for it, which I guess is good. So yeah, we got that. Did you see where somebody put out the stats for the OnlyFans models as far as the money they made?
No, but I know it's something like I heard about it. It's like a very small percentage make any money at all, right?
Yeah, well, very small percentage make any money, but they compare the salary of every NBA player to what the OnlyFans, pretty much women content creators made. because we know. Well, the CEO of OnlyFans told me that they do more than porn on there. That's what she said. I was like, it's like, yeah, like we do cooking shows and comedy. I was like, folks go there for what? I mean, we can just be honest with each other, okay? Because if we remember this right, I remember this. They were going to OnlyFans that came out and said that they were going to shut down adult content, okay? They were going to shut it down. All right. Of course, a bunch of the women they lost their minds over it. And then they figured out how much revenue they were going to lose, and they said, "Never mind, lose all their revenue. They were going to be
Yes.
closed. They were going to have to close
Yes.
the doors. That's
Yeah.
what they're going to have to do." Okay.
And whoever came up
I
with
mean,
that idea should be fired and forced to like work at Burger King the rest of their life.
yeah, but I saw this. I don't know if this is true or not, but I saw this, and I've seen a bunch of people talking about it. But this is the money OnlyFans content creators made compared to the 2023-2024 NBA combined payroll.
Did they compare it like 1-to-1? I mean, did they get like, if you got like 150 basketball players, did they take top 150 OnlyFans creators? Is that, I mean,
That's a good question. You see, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure how they got to this number, but it's kind of crazy, and I'm pretty sure this has got to be all content creators that are on the actual platform itself. But it's actually pretty insane that they
oh,
were
it's
able to
all
top
versus
the
all. It's all versus
yeah
all. I
yeah
gotcha. I gotcha.
yeah was able to top the NBA payroll because that payroll just keeps going up.
Well, here's the
And you know
deal.
that the majority of that's from their spicy content.
Yeah, and I think here's the deal. Once you get above the broke level of male earnings in this country, meaning if you're a male in this country and you're making $60 or $70,000 a year, odds are you're spending some kind of money in that 12-month period to see something, some naked chick or something at some point during the year, odds are, and by my calculations. And so I think that here's the thing, like there's never enough content. I don't give a fuck if you have an endless stream of girls. It's never enough for the guys who are spending the money who consume that content. They need new, not every day. They need new every 5 minutes. You know what I mean? So,
okay.
You know what I mean? So they constantly need new. That's why the porn numbers never go down. The consumption never goes down. And you could literally have a million girls get into doing porn, and it will never be enough. It will all be consumed by those guys who consume that, you know? So, because it's ultimately what it comes down to. It's a level of, it might not seem like, I don't want to use the word addiction because it's not really, but it's a vice, just like any other drug is. You know what I mean? And it's an easy to consume vice. Like that's why alcoholics are so fucking bad, because they can just go to the corner store and get their fix, right? Heroin addicts a little difficult, right? You know what I mean? With porn and people who spend money on it, they can just it's kind of it's the same thing. They need to get their fix, and so they'll just keep spending that money.
Yeah, I don't get why you would spend money though. I'm still trying to figure that out. Like it's like, oh yeah, I pay her $30 a month. I was just like, but they got that stuff free, right? Like they got like free sites. And like that same girl like a post her stuff on the free site.
I think it's part of the compulsion, and it's not enough to have the free sites.
Yeah, because I think they got to feel like they have a connection with them.
I think that could be a part of it, but also people just have these weird niches, you know what I mean, that they're into, that they're willing to spend money on to get, like grandma's pissing in black dudes' mouths or something like that. There's like, I promise you there would be a whole fucking website dedicated to that. Why don't we Google that right now?
Don't Google it.
Grandma
on screen
pissing in black.
Don't screen share it. Leave it alone.
Mouth.
Look, don't. You think Google AI generator might bring something up for you?
I don't want to talk about AI generator. And we'll get to why. No, I didn't get. Oh, here's the thing. I got censored. All the black guys got. Okay. I had to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goddamn listings before it got to black guy, and it got to black guy piss in mouth gay porn videos. Black people got racially filtered out of my request, and what I got was a bunch of pissing in grandma's mouth videos.
I guess
but since we're on the subject of Google AI, let me tell a story here. I'm going to tell you from personal experience now that motherfucking Google just makes shit up. Google AI is a fucking fibber that lies about stuff. Okay, so this is my story. For New Year's, 1999 to 2000, I know most of you weren't born yet or were like fucking, a twinkle in your dad's eye. But nonetheless, I went to go see Fish down in Big Cypress, down in the Everglades in Florida, 3-day festival. They played fucking 9 hours of music on New Year's night alone. They played like a 2-hour set, and then they came back and they played from midnight till about 7 a.m. And so it had been a couple years since I'd looked into this, and I wondered because they kept recording a lot of live stuff, releasing a lot of live recordings. I'm like, hey, did they fucking release Big Cypress? Did they ever get around to releasing Big Cypress? All right, so let me screen share. Let me screen share the response. Okay, so this is the response I got from Google AI. It said, yes, Fish released a 7 DVD box set on March 3rd, 2009, documenting their performance at the Big Cypress Reservation. The set included bonus documentary footage and covered the band's 7 sets. The concert at Big Cypress Reservation was described as the largest concert in the world to usher in the new millennium. An estimated 80,000 people attended, and traffic jams stretched for miles and lasted for hours. A reporter from the Seminole Tribune described the congestion as a psychedelic gridlock. Okay, so here's the fucking problem. The problem is this is all fake. This is all made up. Fish never released Big Cypress in a DVD box set, especially not on March 3rd, 2009. And the more you dig into it, they feel that it is the ultimate performance that they've ever done and that they will not release it until they have one of the members dies or they're done touring, or they will not release it until they're forced to at the end of their career. So thank you, Google AI, for once again spewing absolute nonsensical fucking bullshit. I can't believe, where does this come from? Like, they just literally made this fucking shit up out of thin air. It does not exist. So, yeah.
But it just said that they did it. But it said that the generator's experimental right now, so it hadn't worked all the kinks out.
Okay, so here's the thing about truth. Shit's either true or it's not. There's no in between here. You don't get to
Well, I mean, maybe it meant to say that they thought about releasing it in 2009, but then decided not to.
No.
Maybe just
they're fucking lied, and Google's run by a bunch of fucking you-know-who, and they're destroying the world. Fuck them. We live in a post-truth world, and I think literally that's what AI is for. AI is here to usher in that post-truth world.
Okay. Well,
that's the only thing that seems to make sense.
We can believe that. We can believe that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, so we're going to... Yeah. So we're going to jump over into our main event of the evening. Tyreek Hill body cam footage, the arrest. We're going to get this breakdown from somebody who was former law enforcement, the powerful one himself, Corey Hughes.
I was about to say, you got some guests coming on or something?
Well, nigga, your ass. I mean, you talk about a guest. No, you. So as we all know, about a week ago, Tyreek Hill was arrested. Seemed like he was speeding, and he wanted to show his ass in front of the cops, pretty much. And so they released the body cam footage, and so we're gonna let this body cam footage play out, and then Corey's gonna give us the breakdown whether this thing was fair or foul, as you can see from the thumbnail that I've put up. This particular the way it was handled, and it can be something in between. as far as culpability and accountability as well. So let me pull this thing up, and I've got the full 3 minutes of the body cam footage that I'm gonna let roll out. And boom! All right, everybody got that? We're up. All right, cool. I'm gonna let it roll.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Or what? Why do you have it up? Sit down. Hey, keep your window down. Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Give me that. Get out of the car.
Pause it real quick.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Okay. Here's what I'm fucking concerned about.
Mm-hmm.
Why does that goddamn cop sound like he just fell off the fucking boat from like fucking Eastern Europe? I don't want my cops having accents of any fucking kind at all. At all. You better speak fucking American, motherfuckers. What is this bullshit? Seriously.
Oh,
I hear a cop with an accent. I'm telling him to fuck right off, and I want to see his citizenship. Oh, give me your green card, cocksucker, motherfucker.
Oh, damn. So Corey going to be out here on the ground, too. That's what he's trying to say.
We're not playing this game. Get out. 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 What part of blood you in this story? Hey, Drew. Hey, Drew. I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested. I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting out, bro. God damn, twin. When we tell you to do something, you do it. You understand? I'm getting out. You understand? Not what you want, but what we tell you. You're a little fucking confused. I'm getting out, bro. Too late. Too late.
Hold on, is that guy got tattoos all over the back of his hands?
Do you see? Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
What the fuck kind of people are they hiring down there?
Is this the thing? Bo, he was formerly a damn cartel or something.
What the fuck?
His whole
That's the real story here.
I didn't even notice that before. I was like, damn. And look, all these folks are like not white. There might be somebody who's off white, but I mean, these other folk are not white. Like, this ain't no white dude right here.
I think that tattoo guy sounds like he's from probably Russian mafia.
It is good. Hey, Drew, hey, don't worry about it. I hung up the phone. You stop crying. Bro, don't move.
Bro, you beating on my window like you crazy.
You set him up?
What y'all beating on my window like y'all crazy for? Damn, yo, bro, dude beating on my window like he crazy. I ain't do nothing, twin. Damn.
Man, that must be a new saying. I ain't do nothing, twin. They ain't none of these folks as dark as you out here, okay? They ain't one twin out here. That's that new shit.
Hey, don't park there. Don't park there.
Hey. Hold on, bro. I just had surgery on my knee. Bro. I just had surgery on my knee, bro.
I just had surgery in your ears when we
bro, chill, bro. Hey, Joe New, bro.
Back up.
Hey, call Drew. Hey, call Drew. Hey, call Drew, bro. Hey, call Drew, bro. Hey, what? Hey, call Drew, bro. Just call Drew. Hey.
You see, that guy's amped up. That's the part of the problem here.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Hey, man, they got Tyreek. The cops over here beating on him, man. They over here beating on Tyreek, man. Don't park there, man. Just get in the car.
He's like,
just get in the car. Right up the side, on the side of the Hey, get in the car. You're parked in the middle of the street.
I'm in the car.
You gotta go before you get a ticket. Hey,
I'm
you're in
not
the car.
Who's
the driver? This is my car. All right, move. You gotta move right now. Let me have your license. You're gonna have ticket too. I'm coming. Let me have your license. You're gonna have ticket. Let me have your license. I'm leaving. I'm not playing. Let me have your license. Your license.
see, now the cop's just being a dick.
Right now. You're not gonna give me your license? You're not gonna give me your license? I'm leaving. Let me have your license. Your license right now. Hey, your license right now. Or I'm gonna lock you up. Your license right now.
See, now the cops is being a dick.
You're dealing with me now.
Mm-hmm.
Your license right now.
Okay. All right. So that's the footage right there.
All right. So here's the
Boy,
deal. And now, after having seen the totality of things,
give us your breakdown. Mm-hmm.
no, just because you can do something doesn't mean you necessarily fucking should do something, right? So obviously, this cop goes into the whole thing at an escalated level that he shouldn't have been at, right? So here's the deal: you're telling him. So this is another thing of the conflicting commands, right? The conflicting commands. You got one guy saying, open the window, open the window. You got somebody else saying, get out of the car, get out of the car. And the door's still closed, right? So, you dumb fucking cops. See, you have to have this is the problem. When you're properly trained, there's only one person giving commands ever when you're at a scene like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. And then you have your number two guy who has, after being on the road a while, you know what the number two guy is supposed to do, right? You're there to back up number one guy, right? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. Talk on the radio when he can't. You know, you fill in gaps when he can't do himself. And if you're a third guy on scene, you're just chilling in the background unless shit escalates, right? So what did we see? We saw 3 people involved in the takedown, number 1, which was for fucking retarded. So instead of putting the window was down, right? So he gets him to put the window down. He puts it down about halfway. They start to give him commands to get out of the car. So he gets out of he starts to pop the door open. But what happens once he pops the door open? That fucking asshole cop with the tattoos and the fucking accent like he just fell off the fucking boat. Goddamn, became a citizen yesterday. Go fuck yourself. If you're not born in America, you shouldn't be a cop. End of story. So, and so basically, once the door swings open, does he give him an opportunity to exit the vehicle like he asked him to?
Mm-hmm.
Did he give him an opportunity? No.
Well, they pulled him out at that point. Okay, so
right. So how can you give somebody commands to do something and then not give them the ability to do it and then take them to the ground? You see, this is what the report is going to look like. This is what the use of force aspect is going to look like. He's going to say, subject was combative. Subject rolled his window up and refused to roll it down, despite the camera showing otherwise. He's going to say, I repeatedly issued lawful commands for the subject to exit the vehicle. His action indicated to me he was refusing to do so, or his lack of action indicated he was refusing to do so. Therefore, I grabbed him by the right elbow or the left elbow and the left wrist and performed an armbar takedown and was successfully able to take the subject into custody. That's what you would write in your use of force. NFI, no further information. Now, does that actually does that accurately cover what happened in that incident? No, not at all. It's a one-sided fucking piece of garbage that's going to be constructed by that officer on scene because it went so viral and being that this should be, at least down in that county in particular, a very IA happy agency. I'm positive this agency is going to investigate all this stuff. All these guys are going to have to write 10-page reports on the fucking thing on what happened, what their responsibility was. And anybody who watches that video can see that guy was amped up for no reason, you know. But
yeah,
is he going to?
He was extremely amped up. Now, here's where now we've got your point of view because you've got the background knowledge. Here's where I think Tyreek Hill made a mistake. Okay, and where I think a lot of people make mistakes, whether they're black or not. Okay. First off, you were in a sports car, you're speeding, you've got limo window tint. Okay. That's number one. All right. So
Correct.
you get pulled. Okay. You put your window down, but then you roll your window back up. So at that point in time, like when you roll your window back up, because I mean, we all know as a cop, you know, you got to be on your toes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why you rolled your window back up. I've seen some officers just take their eye off somebody for a second. And I'm pretty sure you've seen this like on Twitter and stuff where they showed the man that reached in the back and then pulled the gun out and then shot the guy.
I see. In training, we got forced to watch. I got to see videos that weren't ever released to the public when I was in training.
Oh, did you?
I seen all kinds of stuff, man. Brutal stuff that is just like.
Are you talking about like just a lapse in like paying attention to who you're dealing with and things like that, and all of a sudden it just escalates?
Yeah, there was one in particular that sticks with me. there was an armed robbery, and the cop pulls over the guy. He gets a description of the car. He pulls over the guy, and he gets him out of the car, and he's standing 3 or 4 feet back. So the guy is outside the range of the door, but only by like a foot, right? And so the cop is telling him, "Give me your license, give me your license." And this is a very common mistake for cops to make. If you're going to have somebody get out of the car, you don't allow them to walk around freely, ever. You don't say, "Get out of the car," right, and then stand over here. No. If you're getting someone out of the car, they're going in handcuffs right away, no matter fucking what. I don't give a fuck how pissed they are and whatever. They're going in handcuffs right away. So this guy gets out of the car, and he's standing freely, and the cop is just standing there about 3 or 4 feet back from him. He's like trying to maintain an officer safety distance from this fucking guy, but the guy is equidistant to the entrance to the fucking doorway. And so the cops ask him, you can tell the cop's nervous, and the cop's like, "Give me your license, give me your license." And the guy's like, "I got my license right here." And he turns around and goes into the car and comes back out with the gun, turns around and shoots the cop 3 or 4 times. And you can hear the cop like squealing on the ground and shit. And then he walks up to him and shoots him in the head. And so what's the moral of the story there? You know, that was poor officer safety. Really, hands down, it was poor officer safety. You don't do shit like that. And some would make the argument that you don't get the guy out of the car till you have backup, right? And so that's a big problem in this country, is we have a lot of units out there, particularly highway patrol, who try to do like real cop shit, but they're traffic cops, right? Highway patrol's traffic cops, but they don't think so. So they try to get involved with shit
Not
with no
following
backup.
protocol of safety, safety protocol.
Right. Like you should never, ever arrest somebody by yourself ever under any circumstances. Ever. And I learned that at the first agency I worked for. I go to the second agency I work for, and they taught a fucking class on how to handcuff by yourself. I'm like, did you guys not get the fucking memo? Did you guys not see the videos how this can go wrong? Right? So there's no situation in the world where you're out with somebody that you can't wait for backup. I don't care if you got to wait a half an hour with somebody at gunpoint, proned out on the fucking ground for a half an hour. You fucking do it. You know what I mean? You don't cut corners when it comes to your fucking life. So that's one thing I'll say about the first agency I worked for. They fucking were excellent about officer safety training. I mean, it was really top notch. And here's the thing, and when you implement proper officer safety, you're less likely to shoot somebody because you're not giving them the rope that they need to hang you with, right? And so when you do things properly, everyone goes home, right? And so that, I think, is the biggest thing. When you actually follow the fucking safety rules that have been written in stone for fucking who knows how many decades, everything works out. But the one thing I see very often in the media is that the cops will do something blatantly stupid, or they'll do something that's a blatant violation of safety protocols, and then they'll have to react, right? They'll be the ones to give the opportunity by not engaging in proper safety protocols. Then the criminal will take advantage of that and do something stupid, and then the cop has to react and then ends up shooting them or something like that, right? And they're like, oh, well, then you have the argument back and forth, but everyone always ignores what the cop did initially to open up that gap, to leave that area of vulnerability there. Because if you're doing things correctly, you're never in a situation where you're going to get hurt. Really, if you know what you're doing, you're not. It minimizes the possibility that things can go wrong to such a degree that the agency that I worked for, they've been around since 2017, and to this very day, they've only had one officer involved. One officer was killed in the line of duty, and that was it. In all this time. And so you look at nearby agencies, and they had, like St. Pete, you look at like Pinellas County, you look at a whole bunch of the bigger agencies, and they all had dozens, you know? So it says something for training.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this incident in particular, let me just wrap this up real quick. He was a dick. He shouldn't have been a dick, but they did not follow, well, they did follow protocols, but anybody who really understands the protocols can see that cop was being an overly aggressive dick. He didn't need to take him to the ground. Right. He didn't give him the opportunity to get out of the car before he took him to the ground, you know? So there was a lot there, and you can tell by the way he reacted to the guy walking on the sidewalk and then eventually trying to get his license that it was just an ego trip for him, you know?
Right. Now, we had Tyreek Hill. who had a press conference after the game the other week. We want to see his statement that he made as far as with the police officers. Of course, they're going to ask him about that. They ain't going to ask him about the game because, hell, he was on his way to the game. I guess his ass was late. That's another thing. Ninja, show up on Ninja. Get up early. All right. Now
They're
Tyreek
paying
Hill,
you millions. They pay me that kind of
he
money.
got
I'd be
like,
there 2 days early.
I don't know, Tyreek Hill. Supposedly he knocked up like 3 or 4 women in last year or something like that. I mean, man got babies running all over the place. He's gonna be what's his name? Nick Cannon too.
You reap what you
Let me get
sow.
this going. Yeah.
The lawyer has come out and said that he's looking for the dismissal of the officer. What does that mean?
Gone.
So you want the officer to be
Gone.
Did this guy take like? Don't you have to have some college to go to the NFL? Did this guy take English courses or what?
Yeah. You just have to be enrolled in the college. Like I don't think you actually have to be in a course though. Like they got somebody to do the work for you. This is allegedly, okay? I mean,
He got to
that
go,
motherfucker
man.
ain't been to an English course
in
in
that
his
instant
life.
right there, like not only did he treat me bad, you know what I'm saying? He also treated my teammates with, disrespect. He had some crazy words towards them, and they ain't even do nothing. Like, what did they do to you? They just walking on the sidewalk. So I don't know, bro. Like he gotta go, man. Like it's not too many times that cheaters say people gotta go, but you out. What they say on Wild or Not? Gone.
Was that a fluid sentence?
Prende.
Little Spanish thrown in that English.
You knew I was gonna say something crazy.
lawyer.
He was pulling the mic.
That guy is a moron.
Yeah. Now, one thing he said. Now he's like, no. He said, "I'm Tyreek Hill, and this happened to me. What if I wouldn't have been Tyreek Hill?" I was like, well, if you wasn't Tyreek Hill, then you probably wouldn't have been driving in a Lambo, however fast you were going with blacked out windows, and then cutting up when they come up to the window. But I mean, that's probably what would have happened if you weren't Tyreek Hill. But no, we've had a rash of this right here recently. These NFL players, NBA players, and their supercars, especially NFL players, and they're souped up sports cars, and they causing a ruckus out there on the highway. Henry Ruggs, a couple years ago, he killed somebody that was going a pedestrian. I think he was going like 150 miles an hour. We had Rasheed Rice. What was it? I think it was it wasn't last summer. It was earlier this year. He was racing. They had rented some sports cars, and he was racing with his buddies, and they just straight up they crashed out there on the interstate, got out and ran, got out and left. So I mean, it's just like there's certain things that you can do to put yourself in a poor situation. You know what I'm saying? Right out the gate in a situation that you didn't even have to be in. Matter of fact, if my contract is $200 million, the likelihood of me driving many places is almost nil. I'm probably gonna have somebody driving for me. You know what I'm saying? If I'm making that kind of money, I mean, I think I can find somebody to pay. Somebody drive me around for about $70,000 a year.
Yeah, and then you can get yourself like the most badass like Toyota pickup truck and just have them drive you around in that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, hey, I can be an open book too. So when I think about this, me personally, fair or foul, there's a little bit of fairness and there's a little bit of foulness on both sides. Okay, I think this was a mixed bag of poor decision making, and I think it turned into what it was. Now it didn't end up. Nobody got hurt. Didn't cost anybody their lives. But this probably could have been handled in a better situation. What do you think, Corey, as far as fair or foul?
Yeah, none of this had to happen. It was error on both sides. But here's the problem, and this is the thing I'll always fall back on, is that when you're in a situation like this, one side has to be the bigger side and act like the adult, and that's the cops. And they didn't do that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, and why the fuck you hiring these goddamn fucking foreigners who got their fucking citizenship at Kmart? Seriously, what the fuck? I don't want to talk to a cop in an accent. I hear a cop in an accent and I'm demanding a supervisor. Fuck
They
you,
they
you
in,
goddamn fucking
they in
immigrant.
Florida, man.
I don't give a
They
fuck
in
where you are.
Florida.
I don't give a
It's the
fuck.
Miami Dolphins.
I don't give a
That's
goddamn
where the
fuck.
that's where the Latinas and the Latinos are.
It's Latinx and
Latinos
stop being
and
such a bigot.
is it Latinx? Latinx.
Latinx.
Okay. Yeah. Latate. That's what it'd be. If we ain't careful to be latate. I mean, they got a budding Mexican population. Okay. They say if you're in Miami, you need to know how to speak Spanish.
Definitely helps, especially in some parts. You can go down there, they don't speak any English. It's rare. I mean, like there's little Havana, but if you're going there, you know to bring somebody, or you're not. White motherfucker ain't strolling up in there to get their little thimble full of coffee.
You said it ain't happened. So we want to know y'all's thoughts on this particular incident, fair or foul. As we said before, sometimes you got to be the bigger man, and a lot of times when ego's involved, that's hard to do. You know what I'm saying? Because us as men, that testosterone starts to flow, and we feel like we're right, and we're gonna bust hell it wide open to show somebody that we are right. And it could cost you everything, but I mean, but that's the ego that we have. So, Tyreek Hill, I just suggest, just toning it back as far as your speed. You, we need to let some of these people know that they've got like these racetracks where you can take these cars and you can go as fast as you want to. Like they'll let you crash and die out there too. Like I mean, it's just they they say, hey, look, sign this waiver. We will let you crash and die right out here, but you won't hurt nobody else. Okay, so I mean, you just be hurting yourself. So they got these places where you can go and you can get these supercars and you can drive them as fast as you want to.
I never thought about that, but that could be a good plot for a movie. You murdered somebody, but you did it by getting into the racetrack and you flipped the truck or car or whatever it was, and then they died.
Yeah,
Nobody
it's kind of like
investigated
Twisted Metal. Kind of like Twisted Metal. That would be the premise.
Sort of, minus the like evil clowns and stuff.
Well, yeah, minus minus your car having a super. You know what I'm saying? A super ability. Minus that. But yeah, that's what I suggest to people. I know people want to go fast. I've actually got a buddy who just built him a car for the drag strip. It's a S10. I think it's like a 98 or whatever. But I mean, he's got that thing hollowed out, bud. He's got the roll cage. I mean, he's got the 2-gallon tank. I mean, it holds 2 gallons of gas. You crank this bitch up, she's gonna cut off right here in about 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Because it's dumping so much fuel. So he's got one of those, and I asked him about it today, and I was like, "Hey, man, do they got the barrier at the end?" I said, "You got a parachute on there?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna put one on there." I said, "Okay, cool." I was like, do they got like the barrier at the end, like cushion, so just in case something happens?" He's like, "Yeah, it's a tree line." I was like, "Oh." He's like, "Yeah, somebody died out there last year." I was like, "Oh." So yes, there's places where you can go and die. Okay, they'll let you can go die doing what you love. Isn't that what somebody says?
Yes,
Die
somebody
doing
said
what you
that.
love. Yeah, that's some type of saying. Okay, leave that in the comment section below if y'all know who said it and why they said it. I'm not sure why they said it. So we want to know y'all's thoughts on the Tyreek Hill situation, on everything we talked about today and Beyond the Cube. If you have not checked out our previous episode where we did a little bit of reconnaissance work on the debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, which it wasn't much of a debate. It was just kind of 3 people against 1, to
It
be
was.
honest. It was more like a gang up. You know what I'm saying? It's more like what it was. But we do have that episode out where you can check that out as well. Also, a couple nights ago, we did our mid-season review of the Rings of Power. Okay, so go check that out if you're all looking at the Rings of Power. Or if you don't want to look at the Rings of Power and you just want to hear about the shenanigans of the Rings of Power, you can check us out as far as just talking about that. Corey, we've got The Penguin coming out next week. That miniseries.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yet another one.
No,
I give it I give it 2 cubes out of 10.
It's got a 90%
We'll
for the
see
people
about
who's
that
watched it so
shit.
far. It's got a
People so far
90%.
might have fucking traumatic brain injuries. You never know what the fucking audience is like. They're screening this shit in front of.
Golly, man, can we give them a little bit of credit every once
Nope,
in a while?
not anymore. They've done fucking Nope. The fucking She-Hulk was the last straw in the entire entertainment world. No benefit of the doubt ever again.
But this is the Penguin. It looks like it's going to be a little bit more grittier. It looks like it's moving directly from that Batman movie, the Batman. Okay,
Okay.
and we really need to do something about these Batman movies because, like, in 100 years, ain't nobody going to know which Batman you talking about. You know
No,
what
they
I'm
can be
saying?
confused.
So
Yeah.
they go.
They're going to try to piece together human civilization, and they're not going to be able to know what the fuck time it is with Batman. It's going to be like the mystery. It's going to be like a JFK mystery. You know, which fucking Batman goes when?
Can we get the chronological order? Who's the real Batman? That's what we're trying to figure out. So it looks like it might be intriguing. I mean, I'm just saying,
We'll check
Corey,
it out.
may be.
All right. When he says it may be intriguing, what I'm hearing is you will fucking watch this and you're going to like it and shut the fuck up. That's what I'm hearing. So, yes, I'll watch it.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't go that far. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get the people what they want out here. It's not about us. It's about the people, Corey. So yeah, tomorrow night at the Sphere in Las Vegas, the place where Corey's going to be laid to rest. Okay, one day in one of those tall, slanted towers. We're having UFC No Shades because I guess it's Mexicans or Latin heritage or something. But it's at the Sphere. Okay, so hopefully we'll be doing that on What Is Truth podcast with Wheezy, and that is on Rockfin, if I'm correct.
And
I think that's
Rumble,
the only place.
I think he puts it a couple
Does he do
places
Rumble?
now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, see, What Is Truth podcast. Make sure you try to check us out. That's usually a late night, so I understand if y'all don't want to stay up late. Get off that shit at like 1 a.m. like my time Eastern. So I know it is a late night for people that's on the East Coast. But if you are awake, check us out on that. And we will be back this Sunday for Day Zero. Sorry about the hiatus. I have been getting messages. Corey, have you got messages as well? Both messages.
Yeah.
Hey, but that lets us know that you love us, all right, or at least tolerate us, which is about the same thing. And I appreciate it. Okay, so we will be back this Sunday for Day Zero. Lindsay will be back hosting us on that, so make sure you check that out. Make sure you check out everything that we got coming to you. Corey, as always, the extraordinaire as far as history goes, bloodyhistory.substack.com. Okay, make sure you're checking that out. What, Corey? If I'm correct, the best $5 you'll spend in a month.
Yes.
That's what he calls it. Okay, the best $5 you'll spend in a month. Go check him out on that. Make sure you get his book if you hadn't got his book. Send his book out as a birthday gift.
Yes, buy 10 copies.
New Year's resolution.
A warning from history on Amazon.
That's what you need. A warning from history. The first edition is still out, but his second edition will be coming soon. Okay. What we're thinking,
If it's not out in January, I'm a slacker.
Beginning of the year. Okay. And well, I mean, Corey's putting in a lot of work right here recently. Okay. So make sure y'all check all of that. We appreciate y'all for being with us on this episode of Beyond the Cube, and we will catch y'all next week. Peace out.